last night we were in this courtyard having a couple of drinks, and now it's off to go to the opening talk and then into meetings. Dude, and you're on.
Great. I'm JC Congilla. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Newform, and we're seeing, much like many of the players that are here today at CEC Capital, the emergence of brands as content creators, right? So historically, brands and marketers have used media to interrupt audiences as they're consuming their favorite shows. Increasingly, and we're seeing it through partners that we have with Johnson & Johnson, Dunkin' Donuts, Ford, and Pepsi, these brands who want to make content for content's sake. They want to engage audiences, typically audiences that are harder to reach on TV-like platforms, so millennials and Gen Z, and they want to use episodic content, usually digital content, to reach that audience. We at Newform have both the storytelling and the technology chops to be able to prove that our content works for these brands, but we're interested in, part of the reason we're here is meeting with companies like Whipster to talk about how they engage both those brands and marketers as well as those audiences. It's been a really fascinating conversation with these guys.
Biggest case of FOMO, fear of missing out. They wanted to get into business, they wanted to get into it now, and I think that was exemplified by the purchase of Maker Studios by Disney. And the deal was supposed to be worth up to $1 billion, but it was only worth in the end, I think, $675 million.
We're traditionally in these new lines of business, so we've produced things in Georgia, Texas, Louisiana, and 3 productions in Canada, all because of tax benefits and using kind of traditional TV and film financing to be able to do those.
Being able to then have YouTube monetize, but it was always going to be challenging for the MCN itself. For us, it's very similar. Our traditional print platforms are extremely profitable. Dual revenue stream, get a check from a subscriber for your subscription, monetize the eyeball in print. Digital doesn't become very difficult. Single revenue stream still being, on the content side, still being funded by journalists.
It's an AI thing, yeah.
That's important.
Right.
So, like, for example,
that would be like the next.
Well, those links you can actually already have sent, and then they can redact the email and update the version.
So an interesting theme of the event has been people looking at video and AI and trying to tie those two things together. And I don't know, I think it has a potential in the long run, but I don't think anytime soon are we going to see the value of what AI can bring to video making. For example, there's a very large company that was trying to use a platform that automatically edits video together based on a written article. So it takes a written article, passes it, turns it into data, and then from there turns that into selecting shots based on what the word says and what the shot has in it, and automatically creating a video based on an article. That app was not used by the creative team for obvious reasons. And it kind of reminds me a little bit about what Google's doing with video editing, automatic video editing with Google Photos, is that you can select a number of clips and hit automatic video making, and they'll add music, color grade, cut the clips together. And what you find is that when you're watching a video that's made really well, like a great film or something, or just a great TV commercial by a really good director, is that you feel a deep connection underneath with that filmmaker, whoever she may be. You will feel some connection to that person who's making that film, and of course all the other creative collaborators who are helping to make that video real. And when you watch a video made by the Google AI, Google Photos, or this other app, which shall not be named, you don't feel any emotional connection to it, and it feels disjointed, and it doesn't tie to how people like to consume video, because when it's made by a person who's a great craftsperson, they're able to tie it into what feels right. And so this theme of AI, I feel like it's being a little bit crowbarred into the world of media, and it's really that dream that you can put AI in anything and all of a sudden that thing is better. I don't think that's really going to be possible. But if you look on the other side of it, if you think about what is possible with AI and video content, there are apps out there that are trying to now curate playlists for people based on their interests. And I think that has some merit. It's not then trying to create the actual content, it's just trying to curate what the content is for an audience. And I think that probably has some merit over time, so that you're creating a bespoke selection of clips for each specific person. So if you have 1 million people in the audience, they've each got their own playlist. That makes sense to me. I think to a degree, there will be the ability to use AI to do re-edits of content for different platforms. And I'm not totally behind it, because I think that content needs to be bespokely created for each platform anyway. So, you know, content specifically made for Instagram or specifically made for YouTube or elsewhere. But I think if you have made something longer form to be on one platform, there is a chance that you could use AI to re-edit that piece of content to go on a different platform based on the algorithms of what works on those platforms. There is a chance that that would work. Again, it might just come out that it just feels like a whole lot of madness made by a robot and you'll have no emotional connection to it. So maybe not. But anyway, that's one of the themes that have come out from the CEE conference.
Okay, we'll continue the conversation. Got him. Okay, great. Yeah, quite intimidating. I put in a good That's it.
No, you just you're making me worried. You can video him. I worry to get on the social media.